Welcome to a study video for the Network Plus N10 exam. So today I'm going to show you how you can assess your weaknesses and your strengths when you're studying for the Network Plus exam or any exam for that matter. So here are four things that I did to prepare for the exam. Number one is to take assessments. So in order to know where you are strong or where you are weak, you definitely need to take assessments and practice. So we can see the green numbers are acceptable, but some of these are not acceptable. So let's mark the ones that are not passing by a long shot. So I've got quite a bit of problems with Ethernet standards. Um, what else is low? Okay, integrating network devices or IoT. I didn't do very well on that, and I need some more practice with network monitoring as well. So, I would say the cutoff probably about 90%. So if you can score 90%, you're probably okay. But if you're scoring lower than that, you probably need to take more practice exams or just learn a little bit more if you can. So those are my weaknesses. So I'm going to focus on the ones in red, the ones in green, not so much. Okay, so how can you take assessments? Well, there's these little quizzes at the end of each chapter that I take for this book from Mike Myers. I do like Mike Myers a lot, and I promote total seminars quite a bit. So on each chapter they have 21 chapters. You can assess after reading the chapter and see how you are. Okay, so take some time to find some good assessment material, some practice exams, and know where those questions are or what domain, what objective are they in, and then you can start looking at studying those specific objectives or topics. Okay, step two. You're gonna have to memorize a lot of information. So if you're able to apply it to your job or the real world, it'll be a bit easier. But if you are new to networking or these are brand new concepts and you're not applying them actively, then it's going to be a lot more difficult. So some of these I can apply to my daily life more than others, but some I just need more practice. So here I made flashcards. So I have a topic on the left and then information on the right. So what do we know about gigabit? What are the different standards for gigabit? If I remember, it's 1,000 base T is for copper or coax, and 1,000 SX and 1,000 LX are the standards. So I know I had standard problems, Ethernet standards. Yeah, that was one of my problems. So I have to really focus on getting those right. So let's look at the flashcard. So yeah, 1,000 base SX is Lucent connector and that goes up to 500 meters. Ah, okay, the feet and the distance I need to memorize as well. Okay, 1,000 base LX is Lucent connector or subscriber channel, and that goes up to 5,000 meters. And then the 1,000 base T uses Cat5 and is 100 meters. So that's an example of gigabit. I won't go over every little flashcard, but you get the idea, right? You're going to have to memorize a lot of numbers, facts, details, and how to use some of these technologies. Okay, let's look at Wi-Fi. And we can compare and contrast Wi-Fi 1 to Wi-Fi 6. Very, 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 very different technologies. And you can see that Wi-Fi 6 operates on different frequencies, uses a totally different way to broadcast the radio signal, 10 gigabits per second, up to 300 feet, has full backwards compatibility versus the very first one, which didn't have much at all. So you'll have to memorize things like that. IPv6. In my daily life or at work, I don't really use IPv6 that much or support it, so I need extra practice. Some things that I suggest that you study if you need help with this are understanding the ideas of a prefix in network, kind of like a network ID in IPv4, understanding what a subnet is, how these two work together, and how it works with the interface ID that makes an IPv6 address. Also, knowing how to use shorthand or the double colon is very, very important as well. I missed a few practice questions about that. And we can go on and so forth and so forth. But I don't need to kill it. So also routing protocols, I have weaknesses. So understanding the difference between the different dynamic routing protocols And IoT is another weakness that I have, understanding different protocols for IoT and how those devices work. Really important. And I missed quite a few about those. Okay, strategy number 3, get real life experience. If there's something that you don't have experience doing and it's offered in your work environment or you have a chance to do it, push yourself out of your comfort zone and give it a try. I had never used a tone or a prober to trace cables in a patch panel, and I had to label them. I learned a lot about how to use these tools and the logic behind it, and it makes a lot more sense now. And it'll make learning other concepts easier. For example, number 4, I didn't have to do wiring or crimping or cabling or anything like that, but using the tone generator and knowing the difference between 565B and 565A, it'll just, yeah, it'll be easier to grasp since you're already playing with these cables and setting them up. Okay, so I use this mnemonic device. Significant others often sell gardens besides small barnyards going super bankrupt. I know it's a really weird one, but it just always stuck in my head. So split orange, orange, split green, blue, green, and split brown and brown. So that matched those. Okay. So once again, we'll look at these 4 little tips. You should be assessing your weaknesses and strength by taking assessments and quizzing yourself. This can be in practice tests or in labs. If you have memorization problems, flashcards are very useful. And also writing them down from your memory can help quite a bit. Gaining real life experience is the ultimate way to learn. And if there's some opportunity for you to learn a new skill or do something different, definitely take advantage of it. This was a really difficult project. I had a lot of wiring I had to move around and it took a long time, but it was fun and I learned a lot. And also different mnemonic devices or catchphrases make things stick in your head in a different way if it's not working already. It can really help you. So I hope those 4 tips help you study for your Network Plus exam. Thank you for watching and good luck.